Hi, and welcome to Gentleman's Junk. This is episode 0. I'm Hunter Smith, and I'm with my co-hosts.
I'm Aiden Ferguson.
And I'm Will Ford.
And this is the podcast that we're just starting. This is
Yeah.
episode 0, which means we're not really going to get into everything right away, not,
Yeah.
the usual setup or anything like that. This is more just to create an intro, try to get to know us just a little bit more. Let's just start with kind of how we met each other. How about that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you too? Yeah, you guys.
yeah,
go
I
first.
mean, I'd probably know Will the best out of these two.
Yeah.
So me and Will, we go back a long, long time ago.
We do indeed.
I think it was first grade, right?
First grade. That's correct.
Ms. Voss's class. Will has told me multiple times that he's hated this teacher. I don't remember anything from first grade, so I
Yeah.
can't really vouch for anything right
Elementary
now.
school. Just
My first grade
was a
teacher was a bit of a witch, if you know what I'm saying.
She kind of had a pointy nose. I'm not gonna lie.
She did. I remember that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
the broomstick and everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just
I'm a witch. I'm a witch.
yeah,
Yeah, but
like Monty Python.
me and Will, we go back since first grade. I mean, we've been best buds ever since, but I mean,
So
it all
cute.
started with Pokemon cards and SpongeBob, dude.
That's correct.
It's so cute.
For those of you who were not allowed to watch SpongeBob in your youth, I pity you.
I'm
Pity you
sorry.
so much.
I think you
Remember
missed
when
out.
that was actually
Missed
like a
out quite a
thing, where like a friend would come over and you would have to ask. It's like,
Yes.
hey, are you allowed to
Yes.
watch SpongeBob at all?
I
Or-
kind of hated those kids, I'll be honest.
yeah. I knew a few kids. I still know a few kids.
A
that
child
were
who's
never
not allowed to watch a certain cartoon is a child that's being deprived of joy.
Yeah, I
It
think
is
several
true.
times I'd go to one of my friend's house and we would watch SpongeBob and we'd just fall asleep.
Yeah,
on a,
I mean-
on a bed and we'd literally just fall asleep because we'd just binge watch it. There's so many episodes, but it's so good.
So good.
SpongeBob is just, it's like the first couple seasons are just so good. It's kind of like Shrek, where like they blend in adult humor, but it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's not as
yeah.
obvious in SpongeBob.
Well, I mean, they got to make it entertaining for the parents that are stuck there watching with their kid, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a good reason.
But yeah, me and Hunter have been friends a very long time. He actually saw me throw up on 2 separate occasions.
Oh, do we want to tell those stories?
Oh.
I am fully capable of telling the story. and I
Okay,
would love
which
to.
I might
which
throw up.
one do you
I don't
want
know.
to?
I will tell the first one. So, in 5th grade, our elementary school had just finished this brand new playground. It was freaking awesome, and they installed a. I don't know if you've
The
guys
only
ever seen.
thing-
It's like a little bowl on like a bearing.
that you just spin
And
it
you sit
insanely
in it,
fast
spin
on.
it, and you just like the game would be we would sit in it, spin someone really hard, and then push them out into the field and tell them to go run as far as they could. So obviously we did this every day.
It was great fun.
It was great fun. And this one time, one fateful day at recess,
I will always remember those.
I had partaken in several vanilla milkshakes at lunch. I think
Okay.
it was 4.
They weren't even milkshakes. It was basically just like straight cream. It hasn't been pasteurized or anything. They dumped like a cup of sugar per like little carton of milk.
This was at a public school too. This was
yeah,
very dangerous.
This one public
schools,
school's great
man.
still.
That's true.
Don't get me
But-
started.
Anyway, so how our lunch line would work basically is you would get a milk at your lunch, and if a kid didn't want it, he could go put it in like this ice tray thing. Yeah, they would just have like a silver tub up there, and then at the end of lunch or like close to it, you could raise your hand and go get milk. So Will thought getting 4 would be a good idea before we went around just running around and stuff. I mean, I guess we didn't really know any better. So if he was just having a good time, Will's high on sugar and cream at
right.
this point.
That's what we call being high kids.
Sugar and cream.
Sugar and cream.
That's the hard stuff right there. So once I drank this stuff, we ran straight for the spinny deal, and
Spinny
started the game. I got spun a little bit too hard.
I was actually spinning them because I had the longest arms of everybody, so I can actually reach all the way across. It was great.
Hunter was nicknamed Whiplash in grade school. Anyways, got out of the spinny thing after being spun violently and sat down, and I suddenly had the taste of salt in my mouth. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but it is just like I don't know. It's like a very clear warning sign you're about to throw up. And Hunter sits down next to me. He's like, "Will, are you okay?" I'm like, I look at him. I'm like, "Hunter, I'm about to throw up."
You're
And
getting very like sensual.
it was like a
right
very
now.
it was really like a sultry voice I remember, and like and I just hurled. I remember like it was like a stream. It was like,
Like
you guys ever seen
projectile?
like Ghost, you guys,
Oh,
yeah.
straight projectile.
You guys ever seen
Oh.
like Ghostbusters? You know, like
Yeah.
like the proton beam they shoot at. It was like that,
But
like,
straight white
but
from
like,
all the
yeah.
freaking cream that he just
like
drank.
white. And
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I think our
yeah,
viewers
Hunter was
might-
like, "Holy crap!"
throw
And
up.
I got sit aside and got to take a nap, and it was amazing.
Wait, you got to take a nap?
I think so, yeah.
Lucky.
dang, dude.
Yeah, so that's the time that I saw Will throw up. Do we want to mention the second time?
I'll leave that for another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Aiden here is also a
Yeah.
close friend of mine. Me and him have been going to the same church since we were wee lads.
Yeah. You're pretty nerdy when you were a kid. I don't know.
I was attracted to
I think
that.
we were pretty close. I mean, it was just so long ago. We had no idea.
Aiden, I've seen Aiden do funny things on numerous occasions. Several times he has been convinced to do things for money. And
That makes it sound like he's a hooker.
I'm not a prostitute.
Let's just get that out into the
All
record right
yeah.
now.
wow,
Yeah.
that's not where I was going. But okay.
All right. Well, thanks for bringing that up.
Anyways, Aiden, goofy dude. I love him. He farts a lot. I fart a lot. It just works, you know.
Yeah.
it works as a friendship.
Blends.
Aiden, what do you
Blends
think?
of stank.
How did we meet Aiden?
I think you're right. I think we legit just grew up as kids, and we were both like the same personality. We blended so well, like you're saying. I don't know. We literally just grew up. I think we just started hanging out. We had some of those boys just chilling with us. We were being dumb. Middle school comes around. I think we got a little bit closer.
Oh, man,
High
middle
school.
school. That's not the area of my life I
Oh.
loved.
Okay, do you guys
No.
actually remember middle school?
I
Like
do.
straight up,
Barely.
like I don't remember anything from middle
I
school.
do, and it was a painful time for
It-
Will Ford.
Like
All
I
I
get
know is I look
flashbacks, like
horrible.
PTSD. Yeah, like honestly.
Aiden, why don't you talk about your schooling some?
My schooling.
Your schooling, and you know what I mean.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Your schooling.
oh.
Your schooling.
Yeah. Schooling.
That's all that
101.
he has to say.
No comment.
Clarify, I mean
No
that-
comment.
Okay, wow. He's so ashamed of his schooling that he will not talk about it. Me and Hunter were both public school rats,
Oh yeah.
raised
Yeah.
in the OKC area.
I don't want to. I just want to get into it. You know. I just.
That's in the
bad.
past.
I got a lot about public schools. Like a little chip on my shoulder. I don't want to get into it. You know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man.
Anyway, so we've been trying to figure this out. We've been planning this for a little bit,
Yeah.
and the way me and Aiden met, we still have no freaking idea how we've actually met.
I think we spent several nights just talking, and we're just like, bro,
Aw.
Yeah,
where?
like, how did this?
Who
become
are
a
you?
thing?
like,
Yeah, like
Like,
I
who
don't
is
even
Hunter
know you.
Smith?
Yeah,
like when we were off the air, I said, "Son Hunter, like I don't, bro. Like if you were to tell us, someone were to tell us three of us were gonna make a podcast, I'd be like, no way, no
There-
way.
there's
I'd be
no-
like, sure, maybe, like, but no.
Yeah.
I don't know Hunter very well. I don't know Will. We're close, but
not like
you know.
podcast close.
Not
yeah.
podcast
But then now we're getting into this, and it's just like, man,
Like
this is dope.
at this point, I would probably sleep in the same bed as Aiden and Hunter at the same time.
Well,
But that's
we-
just me.
to go off
Oh.
the record right now. Well, I'm pretty sure when we were little, we had to share a bed at least once.
Yeah.
At least once. Yeah, I had to have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I kicked you in the face one time.
All right. We're just getting deep into it.
Anyway.
I'm straight. I'm getting right out. Right
Yeah.
now. We're all three
We're-
straight, so
We're all straight. Just
we were raised right. Good families, good homes. So,
yeah. So
Wink.
me and Aiden, we really, honestly, we don't know how we met. It was probably through Will because Will
that's what I'm saying, man.
Will was involved
Yeah.
in the church more than I was. He met all
Yeah.
the people
Yeah.
more, and so I kind of just made friends whenever Will
Yeah.
would invite me to stuff.
Well, then y'all got into FFA in
Mm-hmm.
high school, so I think it's how Will
Go
just
ahead.
got with Hunter. Then Hunter would just come to the groups and
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with church people, and I'd be like, dude, like Hunter's awesome. I think he's one of those like Will. We just blend very well. I don't know. Our personalities are great.
Just chill
I
down
like him.
guys.
He's chill. So again, we have no idea. Yeah,
I mean, you know, all that's to say, you know, like we love each other, and this
Yep.
is gonna be freaking awesome.
I think you guys are in for a real ride. This is gonna be
A
a,
real
lot
treat.
of fun. No matter who listens, if no one listens, or if some people do, we love
We
each
love doing
and
it, dude.
One of our viewers, We'll give you a shout out whenever we can.
Yep. First person to subscribe,
yep.
we'll give you a shout out.
We'll give you $100.
I
kidding.
don't know about that. We're kind of broke.
I think we're all broke. Yeah.
We need that. We need that ad revenue right now.
I can't afford food sometimes.
That is so true.
Hey man, T-Bell, the last option.
T-Bell is so good.
T-Bell will give you
That's the last
diarrhea
option.
just
Yeah, but
thinking
what
about
do
You're
you
it.
guys-
broke.
guys think
It's
about
late. You're a little bit high. It's like you know what I'm saying.
Just a
You're
little
like T-Bell, man.
stone.
It's cheap.
It's so
I'm
good.
kind of like a little out of it right now. You know what I'm
Baja
saying?
Blast, dude. That stuff is like
That's the only reason you would go there, though.
it's like drinking out of a waterfall. You just like it's
Yeah.
it's just a flavor explosion. You know what I mean? And there's like city mini bites or whatever.
Oh,
Oh.
I actually know how they make that. I kid you not. They take uncooked pasta and they fry it, and that's it. And then they put cinnamon on top of it. You can make them at home.
It's an incredible recipe.
So
It's revolutionary.
take that out of the T-Bell experience because you can just do that crap at home.
God, T-Bell is so good.
Okay, I remember the story of you, Will. You told me that your brother had a friend or something like that was allergic to beef.
Oh.
And he could eat
No way.
T-Bell and have no problems with
Oh, come on.
it. Like,
Oh.
I don't know what the symptoms were or anything like that, but T-Bell did not trigger any of them. So take that as you will.
I think it's
Hopefully
all
they
in-
changed
It's
it.
all in his head. All this vegan crap, I'm getting. It's all around me. I just don't know. I don't know. I think it's just all a lie. Government lies.
How did we get on vegans?
I don't know.
What's a government lying that vegans exist?
Vegans control
That's
That's
another
another
Taco Bell.
Don't get me started on. All right.
Vegans.
I'm currently
Even though
dating
you
one
s-
right now. So.
Oh, the vegetarian.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Oh.
she's
Yeah.
not. I probably wouldn't date her if she was vegan.
Oh,
Totally honest.
oh, wow.
Either.
You know what I mean?
I hope Mario hasn't listened to this, but
Yeah. It's out there now.
anyways, sorry. Let's get back on track. I think episode 0 for me. I guess for all of us, what we talked about is, I don't know. We want to introduce each other, but we also want to introduce our podcast, and in that way, we want to say, welcome to the podcast, and what we're gonna do basically is just anything that pops up.
Any like big
Topics,
like funny news articles,
Funny
anything
news,
like that.
video games, music, TV shows, just clothes even. I don't know. That's on the
Yep.
list. Outdoor stuff, just, I don't know, tech, and maybe some personal funny stories. I don't know. Literally anything. We'll grow and we'll adapt to our podcast. But
Please let us know in the comments, please.
yeah,
If you wanna talk about what you guys wanna
if
talk
you guys
about.
have any, if you want to hear something or just want us to talk about something, but
Or like
every
a topic to bring up.
yeah, every episode will have different segments. We'll rotate through the segments. So every episode won't be a fixed one topic. It'll be multiple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
multiple segments.
Yeah,
So
multiple topics
if-
in one episode. It'll just change. It won't be the same in the next episode. So
I will
that's
say
kind of the
that
premise of our podcast, really.
if there's like a segment that you're not really digging, I'm sure we'll change it up. We'll try not to make every episode
Yeah.
the same topic each time or anything like that.
Yeah. Going off that, I think really just constructive criticism for us.
We're new at this.
We'll come out and say it. We're new. We've all accepted that. We've all sat down. We all accepted. Hey, if no one listens to us, this would be a lot of fun. It's just something new in the summer we could do. Even through the fall, even the school year coming up. I think we could still do it. It'd be a lot of fun. Just getting, I don't know. It's a good hobby. I think even if we do kind of blow up just a little bit, I think it'd be a lot of fun. But please, let's just constructive criticism. We will take it. We will talk about it. We will digest it. We
And
won't
then
be
poop out
yes,
great.
and we will
Poop out some great content for you there.
Content. That's what we're about here.
I think going back to the whole just for fun thing, I think if anybody's wanting to start a podcast or like a YouTube channel or anything like that, I've heard multiple like people that's like blown up in other podcasts that like are doing really well. That's like a big thing that they emphasize, and that's kind of what we want to emphasize to you guys is that we're just doing this for fun, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not expecting anything.
Yeah.
We're not going to walk down the street and start like acting like we're all cool and stuff
mean,
like that just because we're making a podcast. I mean,
Yeah. That's why.
We will not make clickbait videos whatsoever.
Gosh, no.
we just
Every
named this the best
episode,
podcast
we're
ever.
just
aptly named.
we're chill guys. We're pretty relaxed. But that's why I love you guys. We're chill. We're relaxed.
I think that's how we
I
vibe
think-
so well.
Yeah. We literally just want to put stuff out there for you guys to listen to. I hope you guys enjoy this. And I hope
Our theme song
guys
is
can
actually
listen.
called Chill, and it was
Yes.
recorded by our very own Aiden Ferguson.
yes, you guys are
Aiden,
welcome.
tell us a little bit about the development of that song.
Yeah, I want to
So-
hear the actual full story.
So
of this.
yeah, the intro you guys heard before the podcast. a little funny story. So, on my 18th birthday, my parents got me this laptop, my beautiful MacBook Air. If you guys don't have one, please get one. You
Or
guys
just
will
get a
love it.
PC.
Oh, yeah, the Macs
Oh,
suck.
okay, guys. If you love Apple like I do,
PCs are better.
Damn.
Apple,
Boy.
$900. It's like 4 or 5 years old, and it runs amazing. Connects to your phone. You got all these apps. Sorry. I love Apple. Sorry. My parents got me the laptop, and so I started getting. I had GarageBand, and I started making some little clips. I mean, I even grew up with GarageBand. I just love it. So I started making these little clips, acoustic guitar, drums, beats, and all that. I kind of just put it together, and I kind of formed a song, and
Called Chill.
it was called Chill. I named it Chill. That was the first thing I did.
The-
So what y'all heard in the intro to this podcast, that was my song. I made just literally just random, just kind of play it by ear. I kind of just threw some tracks together, some sick bars together.
Yeah. Sick
Bars.
bars.
I literally just threw them together, and I was like, man, this sounds really good. So then, yeah, here we are, 2 years later. Gosh, and these guys were like, dude, we love that song.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
We've been
We were
playing on
gonna
video.
Forced
go.
Aiden to make it
We
like, better.
were having actually a meeting before this, just figuring out what we actually want to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Aiden's in the backseat of my car, just like sprawled out with his laptop. He's like, "Oh, here's a song that I used to make," and he played it. I was like, "Dude, that's awesome!
And y'all
like, we need
loved
to use
it.
it."
It was so weird. It was so weird. Y'all were just like, dude, I love that. I'm like, how? I literally, it's like, what, 20 seconds? It's like
Yeah.
literally 20
Even that.
seconds of random notes. And
Yeah, it's
it
great.
just fit. And
It's fantastic.
I don't know how.
Maybe
man.
you have a career in this, Aiden.
It's a little thing we like to call music, for those of you who don't know.
Just a bunch of random notes
That's
played.
so weird.
That's right. That's my definition anyway.
I think it's just talent. I don't know what you call it. But
Yes, Aiden is very talented making
You guys are
some lo-fi
welcome.
beats.
hey, if y'all
If you want some lo-fi beats,
If y'all want
hit
some,
Aiden
yeah,
up.
beats, bars, anything like that, tips, tricks, music, I'm your man. I
Yeah.
got you. I also, yeah, MacBook Air.
I'm
Guys,
gonna plug
please,
that. Apple sponsor us, please.
Apple, please sponsor us. Another thing I wanted to say, shoot, what was I gonna say? Actually, I forgot.
I don't know.
It's about the podcast. It's just about our name. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Gentleman's
yeah.
Junk. Okay, Gentleman's Junk.
It's exactly what you think it means.
So I sat down. I told my dad this. I was like, man,
At the same time.
Gentleman's Junk. What do you think? He's like, junk? Like, junk?
I actually had a similar reaction to this. Hunter, what about you? Did you have a
no.
reaction to this?
Well, I never told my parents.
Oh, it's all right.
I haven't told them the
He
name.
was ashamed.
Yeah, it's all right.
It just hasn't came up in conversation.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
It's
like-
all right. We'll wait. Just wait a couple weeks. So yeah, again, like I was saying, we called it Gentleman's Junk because we're gentlemen, right? And
I'd say
junk
so.
meaning multiple things, like everything, the topics of everything, you know, just literally just junk.
Yeah, just
But
whatever.
like also important stuff, you know, like
You
it
know,
actually
like-
benefit our user. Or
Like,
not
you know when you're
users,
talking about
your
like
listeners.
a good song or like food or something like that, you're like, man, I love that junk. You know, that's what we're
Yeah.
saying.
If you guys just want to listen to us and just get your fill of junk for the day, you know, just good, solid, wholesome junk. Literally just everything in the news, like we said, we've gone through that list. If y'all want to hear something, if you want a certain topic, certain segment we want to do, a certain episode, let us know, please. We sat down for, I think, several hours.
Several
We
hours.
even Googled names. We were all over the place. We were so scattered.
We were using those crappy name generators even. Those things suck. Never use those.
I was like, please
Yeah,
enter your name.
Childish Gambino really like lucked out when he got that name. That was an incredible
So
name.
dumb. So yeah, it's like enter your name, enter your first name, enter your last name, enter your location, like where you live. And I was like, what?
What? Why do
It's
you
like-
need to know this? And
it's
then
like
it would take your
Aiden
name.
Ferguson podcast. I was like, that's
What?
the name.
Yeah, it's like funny Aidenson Ferguson
Yeah.
podcast or something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, we spent a lot of time. Don't you guys agree? We spent so
Developing
much
this.
time just coming up with a name. The name alone, not even like trying to get all this up and running, but literally just the name. I mean, German's Junk. I know it's
I
kind of
feel like
funny.
a name would.
It's
is
funny.
like
It's
the
hilarious.
hardest
I love it.
thing to
That's
actually
literally
make.
our humor. I love about it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Classy, but also kind of.
But hey,
kinda
it
raunchy.
makes sense. I mean, I love it.
I think you all realize just like the conversations that a group of guys has just on like a regular basis, just about stupid stuff. Like
That's what
it's kind of
Gentleman's Junk
funny.
is.
Yeah.
And
That's
we want
We
to like show you all
yeah.
that. And it's hilarious.
Yeah. So if
Okay.
you guys just miss out on that, if anybody's not part of manly conversations,
Yeah.
I was,
Beta
you know,
males.
yeah. This is a perfect place for you, I think.
Yeah, this is your home now.
Yeah, just a couple of guys chilling.
Come chill with us. Come vibe with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Come
so
chill
like in the
with us.
future, our goal is to have future guests. I think just special guests. There's literally anybody. I think our friends or brothers,
Anybody
family.
you were thinking of
Yeah.
at the time.
That's probably our goal, and then I think also our goal would
I
be.
feel like that'd be later down the line.
No, I know. We're also trying about doing videos. I mean, we're just trying to, but that's also like later. But for our podcast, we're thinking start on YouTube. Then we got Spotify. Then we got
Apple
Spotify
Podcasts,
app, or I'm sorry, podcast app. Yeah, we're trying to just get ourselves out there.
SoundCloud.
So yeah, so if
Check us
anybody,
out on SoundCloud.
again,
We're not doing SoundCloud.
Yeah, we're not doing
no,
SoundCloud
again, if you
Never,
if you guys have a certain
ever.
listening
platform.
platform, please let us know. We will try to get our podcast on that platform.
Mm-hmm.
If YouTube is not good for you, or if a certain app is better, then
Yeah, it
please let us
just
know.
sucks.
We will be down to pay whatever we need for a month, just so you guys can listen to our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're willing to spread the knowledge
Yeah.
and wisdom that we are about to spew to you guys.
I'll do
through any way
anything
possible.
I need to do to get you guys to hear us.
yes,
That sounded really creepy. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it sounds really creepy. Sounds like a stalker outside
Yeah,
like
it did.
Wendy's or something like that. Like
Wendy's. What?
I don't know.
Where'd you get that?
Speaking of stalking, Hunter,
Oh no,
I think we have a story.
We do have a
is
story.
it story time?
It is
It is
story
story
time.
time.
So guys, hold on, real quick before we start the story. One thing we like to do, we might just throw in there. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're kind of just we're bouncing around ideas right now. It's called hot seat.
Hat seat.
Hot seat. Everyone has to say it.
Hot seat.
So hot seat is just a weird little segment we like to call.
No, it's,
Hot seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hot seat that we. It's
We
a
like to-
segment about
yes.
funny stories in our lives
Yes.
that people may or may not know, and we're just kind of just whipping them out
Yeah.
there.
Just funny, embarrassing stories we call. Yeah, it's hot seat. And I think it's just a lot of fun. And I think Will's gonna start us off.
All
What do you
right.
got, Will?
So to
So,
set the stage here.
well, actually, pause just one for a second. This is usually hot seats just gonna be about one person, and then the other two
Yeah.
are kind of just like commenting on it,
Yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah.
like that. This one happened more recently, so it's a joint between Will and I, and we thought it'd be good just to start with the first episode because I think it's a great story to tell.
Yeah,
personally.
this is a fat doink of a joint right here.
Yeah, baby.
We don't smoke weed.
We do not.
Kids, don't do that.
Don't do that, kids. Okay, so to set the stage for this story, so we all live in a suburban town, and what do you do in a suburban town? You play volleyball. I don't know what y'all do. That's what we do.
We're very just yeah.
This past week, there's this volleyball tournament going on, and our friends have been playing, have been roughing at this volleyball tournament, and me and Hunter are like, I don't really want to play volleyball because I actually recently cut off my finger in a work accident, and so we're just like, bro, what can we do instead? And Hunter's like, hey, let's have people over to my house and like chill and watch scary
Well,
movies. I'm like, bro.
let's explain this a little bit more. So my parents recently they moved away. So our house was up for sale, and the buyers weren't going to be there for a while until like a few weeks from now. And so I was like, hey, we should get a TV, an Xbox, a scary movie, and a scary game to play. Because I used to live in the middle of nowhere in these woods.
So sad.
And actually, when I was younger, nobody would want to come to my house or spend the night just because it was so creepy.
There's actually a pack of wolves living in Hunter's neighborhood.
I mean,
Yeah.
there could have been, honestly.
That's terrifying, man.
I got so many stories of crazy neighbors. Stay tuned
Kinda
for
cool.
future episodes to hear those ones. But so yeah, we were planning this hangout, and Will and Aiden here, they're all in because we did it before to plan with the podcast, and we watched Us actually that creepy like twin movie and stuff like that.
Should be our first movie review.
Us sucks. Won't watch. No, I'm
I
just
thought it was
kidding.
pretty good.
It was okay.
love
I
that.
like which one did we watch? Get Out.
Yeah,
Get Out
Get
was
Out.
way better.
Yeah, that was last night.
Anyway, so yeah, we had this all planned. Everybody was free. There's two other guys that are going to be like showing up.
Who shall remain
Nameless. Anyway, so they were free too. We were free. It was like perfect. It was like the freaking like solar eclipse or something like that. But so about 3 hours, I want to say beforehand, we get a text from one of the anonymous people saying, "Hey, let's just go play volleyball," like Will was saying earlier, because that's what I guess we do in suburban towns. And so that just derailed everything. And so Will just came home from work, and I was sitting in my room,
It's all right.
very upset
You can
about
cry.
this.
You can cry right now. It's all right.
I was very upset. And
I was
upset.
mad.
Therefore,
I'm
I
not
was
even gonna
Pops out
lie.
a tear like right now.
And I'm
Just a
like,
single
bro,
tear.
Hunter, are you okay? And he's like, dude, no, that kind of sucked.
Dang.
And I'm like, Hunter, we gotta prank these dudes, man. And he looks at me with just this like
Devilish
eagerness,
stare.
this devilish eager stare. I'm like, yeah, you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So we start devising a plan. We know these guys are at the volleyball pit, and we know that they were probably going to end up at Whataburger after. So, me and Hunter gather our wits and supplies and set out in his Toyota Camry.
The beige beast. It is a beige 2005 Toyota Camry. Ladies, I am actually single,
yes.
believe it or not.
Hey, ladies, anything out there single, ready to mingle?
Beige beast is
Hunter's
ready.
your boy.
Hunter's
Anyway,
your
okay,
boy.
continue with it.
So anyway, so we drive up to the church where the volleyball pits were. There's a hospital that like borders this like church grounds that you can actually see into these volleyball pits from pretty far away. And so we pull through there, see that they're not there still. We're like, okay, let's go check Whataburger and go get our stuff at Walmart. So we go. And
Did you tell him about what we were gonna do at the volleyball pits though? We were actually planning to have this full out like old cop stakeout. We had binoculars and everything.
Bunch of old men.
We really didn't have a plan afterwards or what we were gonna like actually use to prank them, but all we had were a pair of binoculars and we needed information about where they were going. So after the volleyball pits, like Will was saying, we went to Whataburger and take it away.
so we pulled around to Walmart. We got our supplies. We picked up fake mustaches, Vaseline, and baby powder. Not something you really want to check out at like a register with
At like 11 o'clock at night.
at 11
Just
o'clock at
two
night.
like 20-year-old dudes. Like, hey, this is baby powder.
That was not a receipt. I
My
kept
kids-
in my wallet.
You actually rip it up
Yeah.
and threw it.
I did.
It's
Yeah,
for
I ripped
parking
it
It's
up.
for my baby
Yeah.
at my home.
So
He needs those
we get
mustaches.
situated in the car. We pull around to Whataburger, and sure enough, the whole crew is there. And like we kind of felt bad because we weren't invited. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Man, I really
Actually.
want to be with you guys during this.
And so
It'd be so much fun.
we pull in to the parking lot and back into the spot. And now,
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen 2005 Toyota Camry. It is not the most conspicuous car in the world.
No,
it's
not at
actually
all.
very unnoticeable. Like
It-
a rock.
It could
or
be
a
in an
clump of
empty
dirt.
parking lot and you would think there's no cars there.
So we
Like,
backed
it's
in,
that
Yeah.
and Hunter whips out a sun visor. Mind you, this is like 12 o'clock at night. And so we put a sun visor up in the front windshield.
At that point, it's a moon visor, Will. Just gonna let you know.
And,
Those moon rays.
and then we don our fake mustaches and aviators.
That's so cool.
And
It was freaking awesome.
we
not
actually
gonna lie.
played the theme from Shaft, which is like
No
neighbor-
way.
We played it
which
as
is
we were
like a
driving
No
around.
way.
70s, like funky
Oh, that's so cool.
mixtape track.
Got like the duster coats too. Gosh.
I wish we had dusters.
Yeah,
That would've
we
been so
looked.
cool. We had hoodies.
So
That's
anyway,
about
so
it.
we're probably sitting there for about 45 minutes, and I am dressed in sweatpants and a hoodie, and this is probably like 90-degree weather at like
Yeah,
12
like-
o'clock at night. It was very hot.
It was
So,
steaming.
so it's getting steamy in there, you know? And so we're watching with binoculars, you know, taking notes, and
And so
this guy just walks up right next to us, and
Oh man.
it
It's a
turns out it's the
police officer.
guy who parked right next to us. And I said, Hunter, act like you're asleep. And so we both act like we were asleep.
yeah, with these fake mustaches
Probably-
on and
probably good-
aviators,
good, like,
with
30
binoculars sitting on the
Sunglasses.
console.
And so he got out of his car, went into Whataburger. When he came back out, I was like, okay, I can't act like I'm asleep again. And I just kind of waved to him, and he just kind of waved back, and that was that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he was super cool about it,
yeah.
surprisingly, even though it looks like
Which is
we're
kinda creep-
stalking somebody.
That's
Yeah.
kind of creepy in and of itself. Like, that guy, who knows what that
He's
is.
like,
Okay, well, just to describe this guy, he walked in with a sack. Like, you know those like sacks you bring into like Sprouts or like Whole Foods or something, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
reusable sacks?
Yeah.
He came out with it full of just food
Oh.
for him and his wife. Like this
Dang,
guy.
man. Hey,
Don't
man,
wanna trash
I love
on
Whataburger. Man,
Yeah, but a
I love me
whole
some Whataburger.
sack of Whataburger? That's like
hey,
that's
he's got
rough
weeks
on the
worth
gut.
probably. He's just storing up.
So store for
So,
weeks.
anyways, we're probably sitting there in total about 45 minutes, and they finally come
Okay,
out
well,
of the
you,
Whataburger.
you didn't talk about the drive-through.
Oh, correct.
Midway
yes.
through, we get we get thirsty,
I was like, yeah, where's your food at?
and so Will leaned over to me. He's like, "Hey, let's just go get drinks. It's probably gonna be a while." I was like, "Okay, I'm down," because I wanted like some crappy black coffee, just like the cop movies did, right?
Yes.
And so I was like, "Okay, I'm totally down with this, but we got to keep the mustaches on because we're playing the part right now." And so we drive around, we order.
Awesome.
Will's wearing aviators at 12 o'clock at night at this point. And we pull up, and the lady at the cash register just looks at us, looks back at the cash register, and just starts laughing in front of us.
I would too.
Yeah.
I kind of leaned over in Hunter's car and like looked at her and like cocked my eyebrow a little bit, and I could just see her face just crack. And I was like, "This is the most."
We made their night because
amazing night
all the rest of the
I've ever had.
employees just started like peeking around
Oh,
like
yeah.
machines and just to get a look at us and everything like that.
Yeah.
So we get this coffee and pull in the same spot, and Hunter tries it, and then I try it. I'm like, Hunter, this tastes like the butt of a cigarette.
It's straight like ash. Like if you just ate ash with water in it,
Ugh.
it'd probably taste better.
It honestly
What?
kind of completed our look,
It was
though.
Whoa.
well, it was coffee at 12 o'clock
Okay,
at night.
well, yeah. I agree.
And then the fateful hour approached.
That's wrong.
Fateful hour.
So the boys get
Dun
up to
dun
leave.
dun.
As we're about to start pursuing, Hunter gets a phone call from our dear friend Aiden here.
Our
Oh,
co-host.
Yeah. That's me, guys.
Okay, I'll pick it up from here. So Aiden calls us, or calls me, and I don't know what he's doing, but I look over at Will's like, "You have to be as quiet as possible. I'm going to act like I'm asleep." And Will like barely knows what's going on right now, so I answered it, and Aiden can tell you, it was the most convincing thing I've ever done,
Bro.
to get through something. So basically, Aiden calls me. He's like, "Hey, you guys like down to like play games or something like this after like we just got done with Whataburger at this volleyball tournament?" And I was like, "What?" It's like I just woke up or something like that.
You were like, what?
What?
It's like, oh, bro, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Aiden felt so bad
I'm sorry,
afterwards,
bro.
but
I didn't know.
so we basically had an alibi because if anybody asked these two individuals who actually pranked their car, Aiden would be like, "No, that like they were asleep the entire time," and stuff like that. So it was the perfect, like it was like
Yeah.
a perfect puzzle coming together and everything.
Very well.
Uh,
Very well done.
and so after that happens, we wait 5 more minutes for the first victim to get home because he lives decently close to this Whataburger. And so what we do is we just drive to his house real fast, and he's like, I think he just went into the garage or something like that, but his car was outside because the lights were on and everything like that. And so we drive around the block again, get our
You guys are
supplies
so
ready.
shady.
Oh, it was the shadiest thing we've ever done.
What if a
I felt
cop?
very creepy.
What if a
through this
cop
entire thing, but I
saw
also
you?
felt
I
very-
kind of hope a cop saw us.
Yeah,
You'd be in
told
the
him-
mustache,
I
you'd be
told
up holding
Hunter
coffee,
several
you'd be like-
times. I really hoped a cop would pull us over just so we would have to explain ourselves.
That would make
You'd be
the
like,
story just perfect.
so we're-
honestly.
I can just imagine like getting slammed on the hood of a car with like a fake.
Yeah,
mustache on.
it's like falling off half the way.
Like how creepy would it be if like he found us with fake mustaches,
Binoculars.
Vaseline,
I think he-
Baby powder
and baby powder? That,
and binoculars.
You just say,
Yeah, binoculars.
sorry, sir. We're officers in training.
Yeah,
No, what? Get out of the car right now.
playing the Shaft theme song. Anyway, so we get our supplies ready, and I put on my hoodie at the time. So Will's had his hoodie and his sweatpants on this entire time. I don't know how he's not roasting his like nuts
Getting-
off at this
I
point.
was getting sweaty up in
Oh, it
there.
was
If you know
bad.
what I'm saying.
So I put
Swampy.
my sweatshirt on and a pair of sunglasses too. Will had the aviators. I just had my regular sunglasses on, and so we're tactfully putting this.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
totally.
I
No,
don't think
thank
it's
you.
a word.
We very
Tactively.
tactical.
Tactically.
Tactically.
There you go.
Okay, so whatever. Will got the Vaseline. And okay,
Tactical. Sorry.
you cleaned your throat over there.
Sorry.
So Will grabs the Vaseline, and start smearing it on the inside of the door handles with like big globs. We bought like the half gallon basically of Vaseline and started just smearing it.
These were big globs. Like if you're making like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
That's way too
you're
much peanut butter.
trying to get
That's a good analogy.
You're like trying to get like the whole piece of bread covered with one like swipe of the knife. Peanut butter. It was like one of those globs. It was a big old glob. And so while I'm doing this, Hunter is fiendishly unwrapping the baby powder and just dumping it. And like I swear, it made like a cloud of baby powder.
Well, I could taste it in my mouth when we got back.
was
I
bad.
kid you not. Like, it was bad.
So we completely
Just
covered this
drinking?
car.
Did you drink it?
After we finish, calmly walk away, get back,
Act
in the
like
baby
nothing
piece,
happened.
and drive away.
And then it's the second victim's house,
And then part 2, we do it again.
basically. But this time, the second victim had a Ring doorbell. So we had to do like a wide sweep perimeter of the entire house, basically, just to get to the car in the driveway. Because there's a blind spot where, like, there's a wall blocking it and everything like that. So we do the same thing. This time we actually slap a fake mustache on the hood of the car, of the second victim's
That's our
car.
calling card.
It is now. Now
Yeah.
everybody knows that. So
It's like instead of graffiti or like slashing tires, it's just like a boom,
Fake mustache.
fake mustache.
The cops are like, looking at it in the morning. He's like, who did this?
It's the fake mustache, man.
and
It's like,
so
what?
So we finish. Nobody sees us. We get away clean, and so we're heading back to basically base camp, as I like to call it. And on the way there, I was trying to remember what like I looked at the baby powder bottle, and it said 100% cornstarch, and I was like, wait, if you mix cornstarch with water, doesn't it become like soupy? Kind of like it's not like a synthetic, so it doesn't just like wash off. It like sticks more.
Like,
And so, and so we're on the way back, and I was like, "Hey, Will, does cornstarch like thicken up with water?" And he was like, "Yeah." Why do you ask? I was like, "That was 100% pure cornstarch in those
he's
baby
like,
powder
I'm a
bottles."
hick. Those cornfields, I know.
The cornfields.
Yeah, FFA, Edmund chapter. Shout out to you real quick.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
shout out. First shout out.
And so, yeah, we get back and everything like that. The next day, so the first victim and the second victim, they were staying at their family house, right? And so the first victim's mother actually posted on Instagram of the damage that we did. And there was like comments like, we have pictures of the perpetrator and everything like that.
Like, no, you don't.
Yeah, it's like, no way. We had perfect disguises of her fake mustache.
This
and
mom thought
everything.
she was like,
I
she knew
honestly
everything.
hope that like a picture of me and Hunter will like surface online of
I
just like sneaking
really
around his car with wearing a mustache.
Wearing a mustache with
wanted
baby powder.
It's like
and Vaseline.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Like a freaking wanted sign.
Because like unlike Aiden here, like me and Hunter are very follically challenged when it comes to facial hair.
Yeah.
That's
And,
right.
So we had to. We couldn't grow our own.
Yeah,
That's
that
alright.
fast at least.
It's all right.
Yeah, so that's really all the
It's a good
story. Yeah, I mean that was the kind
was
of
incredible.
This
night.
is
It
very
was-
good. Well planned.
In my
planned.
long illustrious career of pranking, it was by far my favorite time. By far the smoothest job I've ever
the
pulled.
smooth. Honestly, it's just like everything worked
Everything
together
went
so
together
well.
so well. The music like helped us stay in rhythm. Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah, so we're about I want to say 39 minutes into the podcast now. Typically, the further podcasts are gonna go a little bit longer. This one's just more like an introduction, just getting into everything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
I think our
Just
hope
a
is
sample.
Yeah. We're just again, like we're saying, we just wanted to introduce ourselves, kind of just get you a taste of
Just a little-
our new
little nibble.
podcast, and oh god, okay, all right. But yeah, I think like you're saying,
Thank y'all for listening to
Yeah.
the end. We really appreciate your support. Please tell us
Like,
what we could be doing better and what you guys want to see in the
Yes,
future with us.
please.
if you want more stories, you want more like different topics just thrown in there, just comment down below.
please
We're
tell
open to
everybody.
anything. Spread the word.
Please,
spread.
we will
word
post.
of gentlemen's
Sure, we need
junk.
more posts. We need. I don't know. If you don't think it's right for somebody, just tell them, hey, give us a little listen. Give it a few.
Give it
Give
just
it
a little
a
taste,
try.
Like we said.
And see if you giggle a little bit. If you don't giggle, then tell us, and we'll change that. We'll change our humor if you want us to. But yeah, thank you guys again so much. This has been Aiden Ferguson.
This is Hunter Smith.
And this is Will
This has been Gentleman's Junk.
We are signing out. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Bye.